you know, I don't like having to like sit there and do like size comparisons and everything, and it's nice to just be able to sort of relax and just run through it. So it begins. Let's see what this paper can take.
Hey, how are you?
All right. That's an original from October of 1981. That's great.
Is Jessica Campbell here?
Not this year, he's at Dallas.
Ah,
I give up.
there are a lot of I guess there's a lot of you know, make the choice, this show or Dallas. What's going on?
If they had the entire Firefly cast at Dallas as advertised, I would be there.
Yeah,
But
I heard
Marina and Alan dropped out because of movie commitments.
Yeah, I heard about that. That they originally had the entire cast slated to be there, but then suddenly.
I mean, if they were there, I would have been there.
Yes.
I was going to stay without them.
Oh, really? Yeah, I kind of thought that was when I originally heard that they were all going to be there. I was just like, oh man, that's ridiculous cool. You know, that's dude. What up, man? How you been, man?
How about yourself?
Ah, hanging in there, man. You know
met.
Michelle.
We've met, I think. Yes. Hi.
And Stacey.
Nice to meet you again. I think we met in Dragon Con last year, and then Heroes.
It's so
Yeah.
much. Hi, nice to meet you.
You too.
For I don't know how many times now.
They all flow into one big convention.
Yeah.
Yes.
How you guys been?
Pretty good, man.
How's Australia?
Dude, it was awesome. It was really awesome.
Looks like you and Connie had a good time.
Yeah. It was kind of, I mean, you know, anytime you go like to some other artist's studio and just hang out and just draw, it doesn't get any cooler than that.
Was there anything was there a convention there, or you just went to
No, I went did a sort of a vacation store signing and just general hangout.
How long were you there for?
I was there for probably about maybe 12 days or so.
Oh wow.
So it was like just enough time to recover from the flight, you know, sort
Then to come back.
of before like jumping on the plane again. So in the future, I will travel there and stay for a much longer period of time.
Spend a little extra. Did you get to go travel throughout the country at all, or you just
No, because it was such a short trip. It was pretty much. I mean, I went into Brisbane, kind of hung out there for a little bit, and then went to Adelaide, and then from Adelaide, you know, back to to Sydney and then out. So it was like mostly concentrated in hanging out in Adelaide.
seen the trips over to New Zealand? I heard New Zealand's is a cool
Yeah.
place to visit.
Yeah, my girlfriend would love to do Fiji. What up, dude? But there's way too much cool stuff on that side of the planet.
There's all the spiders that could bite your head off and
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, in fact, something that's weird is they said, well, you know, there's nothing really dangerous here, except for these spiders, okay? And she said, these spiders, if you see them, you might want to kill them. You know?
Or run.
Yeah, so there was like a particular, and I forgot what they call it, but there was this particular spider that's in the house, you know.
I think she said that she posted a picture, like a manhunter or something. It was like a 3-foot wide nightmare.
Well, this wasn't like the really, really scary one. I mean, it looks like, you know, pretty much an innocuous spider. You know, it just looks like, you know, you wouldn't even notice it, you know. But she was just like, yeah, if this one bites you, you'll be distressed for a while. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'd rather not be distressed for a while.
Yeah, I'm leaving now. All right, you're here till Monday?
Yep. How long are you hanging out, man?
Till Monday, and then back and other conventions to hit up next week.
What shows are you doing this year?
We'll do Hartford in 2 weeks.
Hartford, Connecticut?
Yep, there's a new one there. And then Denver right after that.
How's the Denver show?
Oh, that's great. I went there last year for the first time, and that was their second year, and they already had like 40,000 people.
What?
Attending. Yeah, it's huge.
Well, I guess the cool thing about it is, you know, it's not like they have to compete with that other Denver show.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a smaller, shittier show, but this one it was really good. The fans, I love going to Colorado anyway, but it was really well run. It's I guess all the proceeds go to Children's Literacy.
Oh wow!
So it's not a convention organizer or promoter, right? Or specifically everything gets put into this educational program. The business was good. It's right in the heart of Denver. So you walk out the door and you go, there's restaurants and stuff to do, and it's a nice location.
It's always weird because we did a show in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And it was so weird because it didn't seem like anyone there knew how a convention worked.
Really?
Yeah, it was just really strange. You know?
Andrew went to that one too, I think.
Yeah.
And he said it was kind of
Yeah.
But this one they took good care of everybody, which was nice. I recommend it. It was a lot of fun. The only bad thing is it's the week before Heroes.
Oh wow!
So you have to go back to back.
Wow.
Which we're doing, but
yeah, that's never comfortable. You know, doing like one show right after the other like that.
So, but I recommend it. And then Heroes Con, of course, San Diego. We're actually doing Thought Bubble. Have you been out there?
Thought Bubble, no.
It's in Manchester, England.
No.
Leeds. So we're going out there this fall. And then
Are you taking a big crew out there?
Just Tim and Mateo, maybe Andrew. I'm trying to get him to come if there's budget from there. And there's also a Paris convention the following weekend.
Oh wow!
So we're going to go hit up England and then go over to Paris and do a few store
Oh wow!
signings.
So I mean, you're just going to
So
stay over there?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So that should be pretty cool. And then come home for Thanksgiving, and then we're going to Brazil.
Wow.
So that
Busy.
yeah, a lot of travel.
Have you been to Brazil before?
No. I hear it's pretty good. I think Dave went last year, right when I guess one of the soccer teams won something.
Yeah.
And it was just a big crazy party the whole weekend.
Yeah.
But
I think Brazil, they just look for an excuse to,
just have
just kind of go crazy the whole weekend.
Something crazy.
Yeah. It's like, we've decided to party the whole weekend. Okay.
Yeah, it's good fun. And I think we might do
Okay, ladies and
Ireland
gentlemen, I have my first
Montreal
lost and found
in between as
item.
well.
Okay, cool.
So that's going to be
Eric Scott
big,
Rasmussen, please come to the information booth. Eric Scott Rasmussen, please come to the
That's pretty cool,
information
man. Well, it
booth.
sounds like you're
Thank you.
actually having a ball there.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You're going to be traveling too?
No, I'm actually you know, this year I'm traveling more than, you know, when we with Australia being added to it. I'm traveling more than usual. But I think, you know, from here on out, it's just the usual suspects, you know doing Heroes, Baltimore, and San Diego.
You said Dragon Con?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dragon Con is just it's effortless, you know, because you know with it being right there, it's kind of like okay, I may as well do it, you know. It's like take out the garbage, do Dragon Con.
That's easy enough.
Yes, it's
One of our friends, Jen, my fiance, she does food PR. So one of her clients is opening a restaurant this spring.
Oh, really?
At in Prague Street.
What street?
Prague Street Market. It's being built.
Oh, really?
He's one of the top chefs. He's a top chef.
Oh, wow, cool.
Type guy. So we're gonna do a big thing. His name's Eli Kirstein.
Oh, his wife actually went to.
She's a pastry chef. Yeah, Andrea. She's good friends with my fiance.
I grew up with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's one of my first friends when I moved to Georgia.
Oh, really?
In like 5th grade. So.
Oh, wow, that's funny. Yeah, she's really great. She's good friends with Jen, my fiance.
Oh, really?
Jen does Eli's PR.
Oh, okay.
So that's how we all know each other. So we're supposed to come in for the opening this spring sometime.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But at Dragon Con, he said he would host everybody. We would do a dinner or something over there.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So we'll let you know.
That'd be awesome.
What up, dude? I'm hanging in there, man.
Last time I hung out with
Eddie.
Eddie runs a charity called Vet Ticks.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the 4th Resident Evil movie.
Wondered if you'd be interested in doing
A while ago.
participating in one of the fun
She's a lot of fun.
Yeah, she had
We're working with Brian or Billy Tucci.
Yeah, totally cool, man.
Yeah, so it's a 20-year anniversary of She, and he's given us the
you know,
rights to
people
print
you
50
grew
of
up
these
with, you
blank
don't.
covers.
Sweet.
And it's a
She's
reprint of the
actually
number one
very
issue,
few
so we're asking artists to recreate
Yeah, she's real nice.
the number one cover in their
We,
image.
they took us up to the
Oh,
lake.
totally cool, dude. Yeah, can I hold on to this?
Absolutely. Yeah. We're looking to do get the covers back before Baltimore because
So
we'd like
we got
to
to hang out
display them
there.
all at the booth
It was a
on
lot of fun.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
But if I could just get your contact information
So
here.
they're probably opening a restaurant.
It's
Okay, perfect.
It should be done I think by next month.
Like, maybe like line 15 or 16
Everyone's
there.
pretty excited to get that underway.
I will certainly do that.
But yeah, we should hang out for dinner on Dragon Con.
Yeah, we're trying to get a big a dinner over there, and we were trying to do a charity dinner for the Atlanta Food Bank through Dragon Con, but nothing's really come to that. It's tough, yeah. So we'll just do it ourselves.
It's probably better because
And really just the email address would be great. That way we can get you a receipt for the donation.
Yeah, I figure if it's too much work, then.
Don't you keep that one? Fantastic. Brian, thank you very much.
Totally cool, man. I'm totally onto this, man.
Fantastic.
Yeah, my dad's military, so, you know.
Oh, okay. Great. And we'll use the funds that we raised to grant wishes for a
So
trip
you
to
set up
practice.
Awesome.
Yeah, Furo's over.
And the families of those
I'll swing
come
back.
Are you gonna,
eventually have to go
are these
there.
gonna be auctioned?
They will eventually be auctioned. We're going to show them off in Baltimore, and then once they've been displayed and publicly announced the project,
Okay.
we're going to send them to CGC, get them all graded,
Oh, nice.
and then we'll do the auctions after that once they've been graded and slabbed.
All right, totally cool. Well, the nice thing about it is I'm going to be going to Baltimore. So if I haven't hooked up with you, by then, does this have like
My business card's in there.
Okay, totally cool.
So easy to find, get a hold of me. I'm on Facebook as well. If you happen to be on Facebook, we'll promote your
I
participation there.
avoid Facebook as if it's poison.
Gotcha, okay.
In fact, I'd be hanging out on Facebook right now and not talking to you if I was on Facebook. So.
Gotcha, okay. All right. Well, we'll still promote your participation there. We've got a nice little event page going where
All
we've
right,
got
totally cool, man.
about 100 people so far signed up for updates. So.
Well, when I'm finished with it, like even though I'm personally not on Facebook, Robert runs a Facebook page. I'll like make sure he puts a link or whatever.
Perfect. Perfect. And then, like I said, once we get it back from you, we'll also scan it and put it on the event page.
Totally cool, man.
Tag your page on it as well.
All right, fantastic, man. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Looking forward to it as well. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, sir.
She's actually got a cool face. She's actually got a cool face.
She's like a young Alicia Day.
Yeah, you know what? I back you up on that.
Well, all right, I'll talk to you later, Tom.
Got it?
I got on the list and I picked up a Sherlock.
Mind if I grab a cookie?
I have any more, I'll have some more tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
I've already given out to the doctor, to the artist today.
This is $20, right?
25.
25. Oh, okay.
That's the mini Tonys.
The con of mini Tonys.
Yep, I saw
This-
5 already.
This is the Tony Con.
Tony Con. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Come on in. Get some signatures? Or you? Yeah.
I'll tell you. It's not much.
Yeah, this is like a little critical area because I'm gonna just punch a hole right through there. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you? No. Please. Here.
Totally cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Actually,
Did you want to sign it?
what's funny is
Oh, yes, please.
the Ivy. I was doing a lecture at Georgia State College in Atlanta, and there was a girl there. And I mean, she was in the audience, and I saw her, and I was just like, oh my God, that is Poison Ivy right there.
25.
And after the lecture was over, she came up, and I was talking to a bunch of people, and as I was talking to people, I was like, you have got to model for me the next time I do Poison Ivy. And she was like, oh my God, that would be so awesome. And she came over and had no idea. She's just one of these college girls that figured out this look, and that was her look, and that was nothing like Poison Ivy. So I spent an hour just like taking pictures and just kind of going, okay. And then I was just like, okay, the session's over, but let's talk. And, I'll still snap some pictures. And when she stopped doing her pose, she nailed it. I mean, it was like perfect. So it was like an hour's waste of time. And then while she was just like sitting there talking about her boyfriend, I was just like, boom, gotcha. But thanks a lot for bringing this back.
Do you lecture often? Do you lecture often?
Not very often. I usually do about like maybe one or two per year. Depending on the schools. Usually because I think it's comic books are often a weird subject for art schools. So like depending on the art school, like some of the places like SCAD and RISD have comic book programs, and like a couple of the reason why I lectured at Georgia State is because I knew one of the head of the illustration department, and she was just like, okay, you're going to talk about comics, but you've got some cool views on art, and I'd like for the students to hear that. So it was like really kind of cool. I think both eye-opening for me and for the students as well. A lot of fun. So thanks for bringing that back.
Yeah, thank you for the story.
My name's Arnold.
Arnold, what up, dude?
just purchased that.
Whoa, sweet. Totally cool, man. You got in there.
Thank you very much.
And she won't tell you, but that's her on the cover. You got to catch her at the right angle, man.
Now, do you work mostly traditional or digital or both?
When I do paintings, my paintings are traditional. That piece is watercolor. In fact, most of the pieces in that book are watercolor or a mixed medium of watercolor and acrylics. And even when I use acrylics, I use it like a watercolor, very, very thin and very transparent. But oftentimes when I do black and white, like the current book I'm working on, that's all digital. But it's kind of funny. I eventually got to the point where I got so upset with editors making changes to my work when I do an original piece.
Yeah.
That I just kind of went, okay, so I'm not doing any original pieces for commercial work. I'm only doing those for commissions. That way, it's kind of more
easier to edit digitally.
Yeah. So anytime an editor or a company wants something, that's going to be totally digital. Whereas if I have to make a change, it's no problem.
Sure. I'm an illustrator myself.
So you know the drill.
Yeah. What school did you come from?
I actually went to the Art Institute of Atlanta, but I didn't learn anything there. The true school came from. I got hooked up with a bunch of old illustrators out of Atlanta that worked out of a studio called Oha, and I was just pretty much the young guy there, hanging out in their office, looking over their shoulder and asking questions and everything like that. So.
Have you heard of Art Center?
Oh yeah. I'm very familiar with Art Center. Oh wow. Oh man. Some fantastic students and some fantastic instructors, coming out of Art Center.
Actually, two of my instructors have retired. They live here in the Bay Area. They're doing gallery work now.
Oh really?
Yeah. And this year, 2014, marks my 25th graduation anniversary from Art Center.
Wow, man, that's totally cool. Man. Yeah, you see, didn't Kazuhiko, didn't he teach that?
Kazuhiko Sano teaches at Academy of Art in San Francisco. But I had him for a class, and he never taught at Art Center, not that I know.
Okay. Yeah, that's one guy, man. I was telling Michelle that there's one time I just called to see if I can get like a print of something, and he answered the phone, and I was just like, you're like him, and he's just like, yeah, and I was just like, can I ask you some questions? He's like, anything. It was really cool. I was just like, okay, this piece, how'd you do that? I was like,
he passed away, right?
Yeah. I was just like tremendously sad, man.
Yeah, I was surprised. He was not that old.
No, not at all.
It was cancer.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, that's just one of those just really tremendously sad moments.
In fact, I took this class.
He gave us. This is a project from his class.
Oh wow. This is your stuff?
Yeah.
Man, dude.
That's
you're killing that acrylic rub out, man. That's just really beautiful.
Canvas, matte medium gel onto the masonite board, gesso over with acrylics, mixed medium. These are actual leaves right here. These are actual leaves, paper, decorative paper, and painted with acrylics and mixed together.
Wow, man. Man, your control on the pulls on this is just really beautiful. Yeah, that's the tricky thing is just the subtlety.
Yeah.
It's like
capture the sensitivity of the light.
Yeah, that's just a lot of people just don't really master that.
That's my little niece.
Can I look through the rest?
Sure.
This is all your stuff?
Yeah, all of them.
Wow, man. Okay, so you're jumping back and forth yourself with digital and traditional.
Yeah. it took me a long time to merge over to digital because there's an inner fiber in me because no, I don't want
dude.
to.
Dude, man, I'm with you, man. Well, the weird thing about it is like, and it's probably a weird thing to say, but you probably get it. In that, when you're doing stuff traditionally, you're actually not doing the piece, but you're collaborating with the piece. You know, in a sense, you're reacting to what the paper gives you. You're reacting to what the paint gives you.
I follow what you're saying.
Whereas when you do stuff digitally, you are in control of everything. And to me, it feels like even though you're in control, it feels a little bit more removed from sort of the organic of the process.
Tactile system.
Yeah. Because I mean, a lot of times when I put like that wet on wet aquarelle, you have no idea what's going to happen. You know, stuff is going to happen, and in a sense, I'm always surprised at the piece that comes out at the end. But dude, man, I mean, your foundation is so ridiculous strong.
Thank you.
And I think that's really the game, is when you have like that strong foundation. It doesn't matter what's in your hand.
I've seen young students, not all of them, young students jump immediately into digital without traditional, and the foundation is weak. You know, and I give the analogy is that, you know, you could be, you know, you can have a well-constructed house, but the paint job is crappy. At least you can scrape off the paint because the house is still good in the foundation.
Oh yeah.
You know, but if a house is built by the Three Stooges and it's still crappy paint, you got to tear it all down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have the highest quality paint job on it.
Yeah.
It's gonna fall apart.
Yeah.
But it's weird because that's one of the things that I was teaching at the Portfolio Center, and I told my students, I was like, look online and look at all the best digital painters. You'll see them on their websites. They'll have a section with traditional.
Yes.
You know, so that kind of lets you know that if the best digital painters also do traditional,
Exactly.
you know,
They have a foundation.
yeah, that's got some meaning to it. Really great shapes, man.
Thank you. You know the website called IMDb?
Yeah.
My name is on there.
Really?
You know, I used to work in the animation field from 96 to 2004. And long story short, I had enough of LA both professionally and personally, so I moved back to the Bay Area. My family was here. I used to live in the Bay Area.
LA, man. Whew. I cannot get into that place, man. Wow, dude. The foundation is just really solid, man.
Thank you.
And one of the things that I love is guys that come from that traditional background. Like they compose things with black, white, and gray. You know, whereas I think a lot of the younger guys, they compose things with millions of values. You know, and because it's got millions of values, I think
They go crazy.
yeah, it just everything is just like looking at an extended guitar solo.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for bringing that by, dude.
Yeah. Hey, good luck, man.
But it's
Actually, this is done with markers. Scanned into my computer and then, you know, digitally enhanced around. But most of it's markers right here.
well, what's really cool is when I look at this, it's like you're making sure that black is backed up by a white. You know,
The contrast. So
yeah,
it reads.
yeah. And at no point do I ever that doesn't fall into the background, even though it's the same values as the background.
Environment, yeah.
You set up your environment so that it really sort of stands one off the other.
Right on, thank you.
Oh, thank you, man. I hope you're enjoying the story of that, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, thank you.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, and that is a game right there, man. And it's so nice to look at a book like this where
You know, I remember my first paint class. You begin with black and white. Then you add 4 colors to it.
wow.
Yellow oxide, either red oxide or burnt sienna, Mars black, titanium white. That's it. That's all you have to work
Wow.
with.
Wow.
And you gotta mix it in a way that
Okay,
it
so
creates the illusion of green or the
Yeah.
blue or things like that, because it's control.
Yeah.
That's all
yeah.
it is control.
I mean, that's you're talking about, you know, that's a lot of the old Saturday Evening Post guys. You know, they would use that same sort of wacky combination of colors, but it's like a slight cool, slight warm, you know, values.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
a lot, dude. Man.
The conversation, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, thanks so much for bringing that by, man.
Thank you.
Take care.
Again, here, man, it's just like you're just stacking that composition so nothing falls into the background.
Yeah, that's the piece I did at Causes class.
That's killer, man. Yeah, that dude was like part artist, part chemist. You know?
Yeah. I knew my painting skills hit a plateau, and I knew it had to take it next level. I didn't know how to take it next level. And when someone said, Kazu, he paints with a brush like a magician with a wand, that analogy sold me. Say, okay,
Yeah.
you got me right there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Again, man, beautifully subtle folds. It's weird because
You know, it's white or sugary white, but it reflects the colors around the environment. You get that sense of warmth from the temperature of the sun to the shadows and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. And what's nice is something that I always I refer to it as heating up an edge, like right before that edge falls into shadow, really fluorescing that color, you know, and you're just like beautifully handling that all over the piece. It's weird, because after talking to Kaz, I did a number of pieces that were acrylic pull-out, but like I was never completely satisfied with what I did with acrylic pull-out. So I switched over to doing like a number of pieces with almost like Grove or Forbes style, where it's more of a watercolor pull-out. Yeah. More of a watercolor and gouache pull-out. This is beautiful, man. Oh, man. Dude.
Now, these are life studies. These, most people think they're in oil. These are actually acrylics.
Sweet, man. This looks like it's on a pretty slick board.
It's a Gesso cold press board.
Oh, nice.
And this is a canvas board. There it is.
Wow. Nice, man. That's so just that little bit of cool you're dropping in that shadow, man. Just makes it, man. And still, again, it's like you're using like less than a handful of colors, but you're using the tone of the paper, the temperature of the paper, and then using, you know, the tone and the temperature and the value of your tools. Perfect.
These are my commercial work done in acrylics. This goes back more than 20 years ago, back in 91.
Wow.
It's for a Target game cover, acrylics and airbrush.
Man. Yeah, I don't get to like whip out the airbrush as much as I'd like to anymore, man. Thanks for showing that to me, man. It's like so awesome to see like stuff with like
Thank you.
crazy hard like